Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing lovely this afternoon. Life. What is life? Why do we live it? Why do we experience it? Well, think about this. Everyone's life has the same end goal. And you're like, what? What do you mean? Well, what I mean is that your end goal is to die. Everyone in life dies. There's no getting around it. Okay. So, what do you need to do about that? Nothing, really. But if you live your life with the fear of death, which is an inevitability, are you even living at all? Are you living if all you're doing is being scared of something? Are you? No, you aren't. Of course you're not living. You're not living when you're being fearful of something. You're simply letting that fear get in the way from you actually doing something. Of course, we can see that throughout history. There are some people who think that maybe they can get out of death. The Spanish looking for the fountain of youth in Florida, they didn't find it. There is no fountain of youth. There is no magical thing that can extend your life and make you live forever. There is nothing. And what I think is that we're never going to really reach that point. We're never going to. I think the human mind is way too complicated and has too many neurons and has too many things. Like, we barely understand what is inside of our skulls. Like, barely. Like, most things come from like one single study or two studies that were done a long time ago, because you can't really do human brain studies that anymore because laws have gotten tighter. But how hard would it be to look and examine them? Of course, if we all end up at the same place, why even do anything in your life at all? Why? Like, what do you have to gain by attempting to do anything? Well, here's what I tell you. It's never, ever in your life that the goal is worth more than the journey. The journey is worth more than the goal. If your goal is to make $1,000, okay. Your journey is gaining the skills to do that. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, my mind blanked out. Okay, so your journey is, of course, the way you reach these goals. You gotta learn. Here's what I tell you. If you can achieve a goal one time, you can achieve it again and again and again forever. In most endeavors that are somewhat meaningful, I would say, you can achieve. And so you get skills. That's why you see, like, let's say you see a rich guy go broke. Maybe you think that's a good thing. Maybe you think that's a bad thing. But if he had the skills to get there, he has the skills to get back there. He just has to do something. Whether, if it was his mind, if his mind became corrupted with depression, anxiety, all these other things, I might question as to how he got in that position in the first place. Because you can't have those sort of doubts when you're sort of building up your life. You can't. You can't. You really can't. You gotta have a strong foundation to have a nice and stable house. A house built on a sandy foundation does not last. Crumbles, collapses. But a house built on a strong, stable stone or foundation will last a long time. Okay. So I need to, of course, build a strong foundation. Yeah, of course you do. Is it hard? Well, yes. Everything's hard in life. No. Am I lying to you? Well, in a way, yes. But not everything is hard. Not everything. But everything meaningful is hard. Because that's the only way you get, fulfillment. Doing hard things. If you go out and you, let's say you're a carpenter. You just built this magnificent new piece of furniture. You're like, wow, that's beautiful. Look at where I've become. Look at me at the start compared to what I do now. Look how much beautiful it is. Look how much better I do. And that is why the journey is worth more than your goal. Goodbye.